Hello seekers and welcome to another video. Today I want to talk about meditation and frequency of meditation. So when I first started learning about enlightenment and consciousness, I used to do maybe like a session in the morning where I would sit down for 10 minutes and meditate. And although now I know that most of the meditation that I did at that time wasn't really the correct way, because I would sit, close my eyes and start thinking and go like thinking the whole time. And then I would think that I just meditated and that's it. And then, because the ego is so cunning, it is very cunning, it can creep in anything you do. Like, if you find yourself happy or proud about something, then the ego has crept in. If you find yourself miserable and thinking about something that you shouldn't have done, then the ego has crept in. If you judge someone else, then the ego has crept in. If you look up to someone else, then the ego has crept in. It's very cunning, this ego thing. So many of my meditation sessions earlier were like actually weren't effective or weren't where I wanted them to be. And unfortunately also, the ego still creeps in sometimes. Like I would be in a situation where there's something that I want or something that I believe that I want, and I would lose myself in the ego. It's happening. It's now happening much less than before, but it still happens now. And I want to talk about now the idea of and the frequency of meditation for this video. So, as I said before, I used to do it in the morning and sometimes in the evening. And then there was a period when I would meditate like a lot, like as much as possible. I would sit down and meditate whenever I get the chance. And now I believe actually that those methods aren't correct. I believe that in the beginning, when you're learning meditation, yes, you should have sessions set for that. But eventually your practice must be that you are present in every moment of your life. Eventually the goal is to get to a point where you're always watching your thoughts and emotions. You're always checking if you're present or not. Not as a thought, but as like, where is your attention now? Is it taken over by the thought, or are you present and there? And I think this is the most crucial practice, the most important practice, is to be present moment to moment. Whatever you're doing, do it fully consciously. You're sitting with someone, you're in the inner body, you're listening to them fully. You're walking down the street, you're looking around you, you're feeling your steps on the floor, you're breathing in, you're breathing out. So unless you do that, I think the practice isn't going to be really deep. And the funny thing is that this is what for example, Eckhart Tolle talks about. He doesn't even recommend a lot of meditation. Like, I think you have to get to like chapter 6 or something before he talks about a 10-minute meditation, which is the inner body. But he doesn't, he always says that all these practices are good, but they're not essential as much as moment to moment being the observer of your thoughts and feelings. And this is what I noticed also, for example, if you look at how Osho talks, he's always in a meditative state, and all his words come up from a meditative state. He almost doesn't blink. He's like almost fully there in the moment. And then you look at Eckhart Tolle, he's just practicing presence. And I noticed in many interviews that when people ask him about your meditation practice, he would just smile and say nothing, because he knows and he understands that this has to be a moment to moment thing. So I recently have been trying to not meditate in a session for a day or two, and then just spend the whole day watching my thoughts. Say like, okay, this whole day is going to be, I'm going to live my life fully. I'm going to be, do everything that I need to do, go to work, be with my family, be with my friends, but then just do all of this with a meditative state while watching my thoughts. And these days are like, they turn out to be the best days ever. But there's so much joy, there's so much peace in them. And this is the point. Do set sessions for meditation to practice and learn how you feel when your attention is in the now and you're fully conscious in the thought. There's a gap. But then make sure that you're trying every moment to be present. You're observing your thoughts, you're observing your feelings. You're fully there, fully conscious. This has to be a full thing, a full-time thing. It has to be your second nature. And when it's your second nature, you will understand that it is your true nature. Like you're fully meditative by nature. You just forgot it because you have accumulated an ego inside of you. And the sooner we become fully present, the better. So this was the message for today. Meditate at every moment. Peace, and hopefully I'll see you soon.